A ranking drop despite strong signals? The South African men's national football team, Bafana Bafana, has recently experienced a paradox. Despite moments of strong performance and positive signs in competitive matches, their global ranking has declined. According to reports, they slipped 4 places to 59th in the world in the latest FIFA Men's World Ranking. At first glance, this seems counterintuitive. If you are performing and showing promise, you'd expect ranking improvements. But digging deeper reveals that the decline may reflect deeper structural issues, nuanced ranking methodology, and perhaps a mismatch between heroics and sustained excellence. What we know, key facts. Here are the main confirmed details. Bafana qualified for the next World Cup 2026 group stage matches and had good results in recent qualifiers. Despite this, their FIFA ranking dropped 4 places to 59th. The drop comes amid concerns over administrative issues within South African Football Association, SAFA, and questions over consistency. Analyzing the assumptions. Let's unpack the assumptions inherent in the situation. Assumption 1. Good results automatically translate into ranking gains. What I'm assuming, that if Bafana win matches or qualify for big tournaments, their ranking should improve. Why that might not be true? FIFA's ranking algorithm takes into account many factors. Who you play, strength of opposition, result, match type, friendly versus competitive, and consistency. A few bright results may not offset a broader pattern of weaker results or matches against low-weighted opponents. Therefore, even heroic wins might not produce large ranking jumps or may still coincide with a slip if other results or administrative factors drag the team down. Assumption 2. The ranking is the best or only measure of improvement. What I'm assuming, that the ranking reflects performance fully and that a drop signifies poor performance. Why that might not be true, rankings provide one view, but they may lag behind momentum, suffer from timing effects, or fail to capture qualitative improvements, e.g. better team culture, style of play, future potential. Also, if rankings are influenced by administrative penalties, see below, they may not purely reflect on-pitch performance. Assumption 3. The drop is solely the team's fault. What I'm assuming, that Bafana's performance or choices are the only cause for the drop. Why that might not be true, external factors like administrative mistakes, e.g., fielding an ineligible player, sanctions, or even other teams' results improving can influence a team's ranking. Also, performance of rivals like Nigeria can indirectly affect one's position. Hence, the drop might not signal a dramatic collapse, but rather contextual shifts. Counterpoints/skeptical perspectives. Here are what a well-informed skeptic might argue. Ranking drop may reflect inconsistency. Yes, there may have been some good results, but perhaps too many draws, too many opponents of low strength, or performance dips that outweigh the bright spots. Administrative issues may have cost points. If Bafana had to forfeit or were penalized, for example, due to ineligible players, then ranking loss might be self-inflicted, not purely on-field. Comparative gains by rivals dilute the impact. Even if Bafana maintained level performance, rivals might improve faster, pushing South Africa down the ladder. Rankings lag real performance. The team may actually be improving in form and potential, but rankings haven't yet caught up, so the drop might be temporary or misleading. Alternative perspectives. Let's consider different framing of the situation. The drop is a blink rather than a collapse. One could argue the ranking dip is minor in the broader scheme. If performance is improving and the team is restructuring, then the drop may be an acceptable short-term cost while longer-term gains are secured. Ranking drop is wake-up call. Rather than seeing the drop as purely negative, it might serve as a catalyst for SAFA and the team to address deeper issues, governance, player development, scheduling tougher matches, etc. A ranking drop as methodological artifact. It could be viewed as less about Bafana's quality and more about the ranking system's quirks. Timing of matches, weightings, and FIFA's calendar sometimes produce anomalies. For instance, a team can win matches, but if they were less valued matches, ranking may not reflect the wins proportionally. What this means for South African football. Given this context, several implications emerge. Need for consistency over isolated heroics. Big wins are helpful, but sustained performance against strong opposition is what moves rankings, and more importantly, builds a culture of success. Importance of organizational discipline. Penalties or administrative missteps, e.g. ineligible players, can cost points and reputation. Strengthening governance within SAFA is key. Opportunity for scheduling and strategy. To improve rankings and quality, Bafana should aim to schedule matches against higher-ranking opponents, participate meaningfully in major tournaments, and avoid easy fixtures that yield limited ranking benefit. Public perception versus reality. The narrative of heroics is positive for morale and media, but rankings remind that perception may differ from structural reality. For the business/management side of sports, which may interest you, Ned, given your role, this suggests the need to manage both short-term wins and long-term metrics. My verdict: Bafana's ranking drop does not necessarily mean they are poor or on a steep decline, but it does highlight that despite moments of success, deeper issues remain: consistency, strength of opposition, structural governance, and strategic planning. The logic that we did well, therefore our ranking should go up, is flawed because it overlooks the many components in ranking calculation and the external factors affecting position. In short, the drop is a warning sign, not a disaster. For South African football to move forward, the team and association must treat it as a prompt to convert heroics into a sustained upward trajectory.